Every week, we put together a list of 5 new single-issue comic books that we're super excited about and think that you guys will love, either because of entertainment value or potential monetary value for your comic book collection. I'm Brandon, and it's time for the new Comic Book Day Top 5. Okay, so before we get into things, if you haven't already done so, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you enjoy our content, be sure to hit the bell. And if you could, leave a thumbs up and a comment on this video. We're giving away some really cool comic book prize packs, but we'll get into that a bit later. So without further ado, here is about 20 to 30 bucks worth of comic book goodness that you can indulge in this new Comic Book Day. Alright, so first up at number 5, we have The Question, The Deaths of Vic Sage, number 1 from DC Comics. This is a DC Black Label book, and it's in that Prestige Plus format, as they're calling it. It's no secret I'm a big Jeff Lemire fan, and with Dennis Cowan being inked by Bill Sienkiewicz, I think this book's going to look incredible. I've been humming and hawing on which cover I'm going to get because they both look absolutely stunning, so maybe I'll end up getting both. I really recommend that you take a look at the preview for this issue. It looks absolutely brutal and nothing less than what I would expect from The Question. So at number 5, it is The Question, The Deaths of Vic Sage, number 1 in a 4-part series from DC Black Label. Alright, next up on the list is The Immortal Hulk, number 27. I hummed and hawed about putting this book on the list this week because, man, there are so many good books coming out this week, but I had to be honest, there's very few that I'm as excited to read as this one. The Hulk is about to take on Roxxon. The last few issues have been so cool. I know that Joe Bennett isn't listed on the solicitation for the next issue, so I gotta get my Joe Bennett art fix on this issue. If that Alex Ross cover isn't a tease, we're gonna see the Hulk go head-to-head with the Minotaur, and let's see what happens. I'd love to see this revolution that Bruce Banner has the ball rolling on take it to next level. And some of these covers that we've already seen solicited for future issues are really teasing at where this story may be going. They're getting me very, very excited. This book is not losing steam at all. So at number 4 on our list, it's The Immortal Hulk, number 27 from Marvel Comics. Okay, so let's move over to number 3. The next book on our list is Absolute Carnage, number 5. It's the final part of the main Absolute Carnage storyline. So far,
do you have Glow on your list?
I was actually just about to talk about it.
I'll do that one.
Go right ahead.
Coming in at number 3, it's Glow vs. the Babyface, number 1 from IDW Publishing. This is the new Glow series from the writing team of AJ Mendez, or AJ Lee to you wrestling fans, and Amy Garcia, who you might know from the TV show Lucifer. I think she's in a season of Dexter and lots of stuff. She's all over your TV guide. But anyway, I really like the Glow series, and the comics from IDW have been pretty friggin' strong. I think it just hits all the right beats of nostalgia, comedy, and drama, and maybe some social commentary in there too. It looks like this issue is coming out of the gates with at least 3 different plot threads that could all be really enjoyable as they diverge in different paths. So I have some pretty high hopes for this book. If you're a fan of the show, you should really check out the comics. And what better place to jump in than a new number 1? And like, it's a Glow comic written by 2 women, 1 actor and 1 sports entertainer. Do you think they might have some interesting insight into the material? Let me think about it. So at number 3, it's Glow vs. the Babyface, number 1 from IDW Publishing. Bye guys.
Okay, so coming in at number 2, it is Marauders, number 2 from Marvel Comics. You know, this may be my favorite of all the new Dawn of X books. Issue 1 just floored me. Man, that scene where Kitty, or Kate I should say, phases with a gun through 2 soldiers and then stops phasing and leaves it in their legs. Man, I was blown away. I hope that doesn't spoil it for anybody. There's so much cool action in that sequence, and the book is great, so I think you're really going to enjoy it. I'm not going to lie to you, when the previews came out for this, it was one of the first previews that I flipped through. So at number 2 this week, it is Marauders, number 2 from Marvel Comics. Alright, so what's going to be in our number 1 spot? You know, Greg Pak's 75-issue Star Wars run is wrapping up this week. We have a new Deadpool series starting up with Kelly Thompson in the writer's chair. You got Star Trek Discovery Aftermath wrapping up. I really like that series so far. You got that 2099 Alpha book coming out this week. Oh, and you got Rye number 1. Maybe I should rethink my number one pick. Screw it. It's Batman White Knight presents Von Freeze #1 from DC Comics. If there is a book that I'm most excited to read without a doubt this week, it is this book. You know, anything else on this list, and probably a dozen other things that are getting released, could have been in any spot between 5 and 2 today. But this book, that cover and the solicitation text really sold me. You know, one thing I can say is that as a comic fan who's constantly reading a lot of solicitation material, reading synopses from many books that are coming down the pipeline, I really am getting to the point where if the solicitation text is mailing it in, unless I'm already hooked on your book, I don't know if I can commit my time. With over 300 titles coming out weekly, I like to know what I'm getting into. I like to know what I'm spending my comic bucks on. And this book, its solicitation text floored me. I love the kind of Romeo and Juliet set in Third Reich Germany backstory in this universe that they've set up for Mr. Freeze. I really suggest that if you're only going to pick up one book this week, it has to be this one shot. I think they're playing with some interesting ideas. And you know what? It's freezing up here in Canada, so a little bit of freeze in my life. I already got it. Let's up the ante with Batman White Knight presents Von Freeze #1 from DC Comics. Let us know if you find something that you like on our list, and leave us your own reading suggestions in the comments below. We're giving away prizes at the 250 subscriber mark, and all you have to do to be entered to win is subscribe to our channel, then like and leave a comment on any of the videos on this channel. And the best part is, every time you do that, it counts as one entry. So that's it for this week. We'll see you again next week with another top 5 list, but until then, have a happy new comic book day.